Good morning. I just saw that flaring in and out the camera. A bit weird. The technology, we've got a beautiful array of things we can do with our technology. And some of it we don't have any control over, but that's fine. Autofocus, I don't have the time to do it manually, so we'll just be with it as it does it. And it is doing it. I'm hoping not on the recording, but it might be. Just enjoy the experience. We're here. I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing to you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So let's go over and do that. Tune into your psychic senses and your spiritual guidance in the meantime as we travel through the realms of a camera swap. Here we go. There we go. Now we're at it. We're on the right page. This is the deck that I'm using this morning. It's the same as what I had yesterday morning. It is the Rana George Lenormand, and obviously by Rana George, and the artwork's by Caliel French, as you might be able to see in the bottom there. It's not focusing, so that's the technology we have at the moment. It's working and not working. Working? No, it is. It's all good. There we go. We'll put that aside. Now, and that there is the back of the deck that we've got here with it's a very recognisable symbol of the third eye in the palm of the hand. It's one of those that I've seen elsewhere, and I really enjoyed opening the deck to find that this is the back of the cards. It's lovely. The symbolism's excellent. And you may have seen in the opening screen that we do have the owl card. I normally do start off with an owl card, and here we go. I am a work in progress. So all of us are. We've never completed, even for this lifetime. I'll put that back where I had it. 4 cards this morning's what Spirit guided me to, and the stepping up as if to higher realms is what I felt as I laid the cards down here, and then there need to be a regrounding. So what we've started with is the dog that moved on to a mountain, that moved on to the child. And I love that progression because we start with that beautiful unconditional love, readiness to be playful, take a dog for a walk, being present with all creatures, all that it symbolises. And it certainly is, from the playing deck set that you can see here, it's the 10 of hearts. So do we have 10s here? We do in the playing deck. The mind I have, it's not been long since I've woken up. It is a Sunday morning. I did lay in a little bit. So it's this beautiful connection with all that is the natural. Our beautiful fur babies, the creatures we call parts of our, the part of our family that is our fur babies, those extras, the pets, the loved ones that we have in our lives, and bringing that into connection with all that is natural and a progression of traveling through different spaces and places. Good morning, Rena. Lovely to see you here. And especially as we're challenged a bit with the mountain card, because it's going through valleys, peaks, all that is part of mountain ranges, the challenge, the strengthening, and you look at this, it's got the beautiful verdant realms of the valley first before we hit the mountain peak. So it's going to be taking us probably through our day, climbing up this almost stairway feeling of moving up and up and up. And then to being that childlikeness, that playfulness of playing games. Here we've got this child's actually playing with a set of marbles, I think. Good morning, Michaela. Lovely to see you here. I'm just going to see if I can actually zoom in a bit further on that so that we can see a little more closely. It does look like a bag of marbles. I'm just trying to find it with my Apple pencil. It does look like a bag of marbles, and really enjoying that space that is playfulness and without a care except for what we're focused on in the moment of being at play. So I think with what we've got here with the 3 cards that are taking us in an ascending purpose towards a playfulness and a childlikeness and an exploration of what we have our focus on at the time. It's one step at a time. Bring ourselves out of the home space and into the wildness of exploring different avenues and focus for the day, something that we're going to enjoy and be totally immersed in. And then as we come back down to our regular day, I'm looking at this and I'm going to place that there, right, with the focus on the fox, becoming grounded back in to what is the practical sense of our daily lives. You know, once we've been in those beautiful spaces of playfulness, to come back to being focused on, now, what's the destination? Do we want to move right to the end of this that looks like a street of intrigue with different doorways that we can try along the way, windows that we can peer through? Planning, do we plan meticulously or do we just wander through as we feel like? It feels for me that the fox, because the fox really is something that's more a working things out message and choosing our pathway carefully as to what's the next step. It could just be, look, it is laid out in front of us in this way for a reason. Maybe it's us needing to look into our third eye and our inner selves for what that reasoning is. What is it that's our ultimate desire and aim in our day to day to get ready for the next week that's ahead of us as a working week, if that's where we're headed, if that's what our regular goal is. I'm just going to bring that back so I can see all of these beautiful cards. What do you feel as you see all of these different messages laid out in front of you, including just the back of the card that is the Runner George Lenormand deck, taking into this message from the Owls that we are a work in progress, and here we are progressing and moving through a pattern. What's your pattern look like in your life? So it's only you that knows the intimate details of your life situation. Good morning, Sarah. Just noticed you popped your comment in there. Lovely to have you here. Each of us has our own specialness, our own work in progress, our being you. The same as I'm being me. Do it from that basis of your heartfelt inner soul, that what you know as your truth is being you and expressing that in the company you keep, in the world you live in the understandings you're learning and gaining as you're taking each step forward in your life pathway. So tap into that. Ask your spiritual guides to help you out if you need to. And there certainly is other ways of asking for help. I've got my links there in some of the spaces Facebook allows. I haven't put it anywhere else yet manually. I might just do that one in the Twitter and Twitter and Twitch. It's the psychic.online, and you'll have some spaces there to be able to book for a reading, pay for. It is prepaid, and we organise how we do those readings, or just a consult that's more of a, a session, chat session, therapy, alternatives, hypnotherapy, there's sound therapy. There's many different ways that you can actually gain help for yourself if you're feeling a little too challenged with that mountain today. But certainly you have that within you that can work through that. Just know that. No harm in asking for help, though. So I am going to leave it there. Have a wonderful Sunday, being the last day of April for this year. And we'll progress tomorrow morning as the 1st of May. And I love it that you are here for these. Thank you for those who watch the replays. And in all things, be the best you that you can be. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Namaste.